anybody from death metal is Nathan. He looks kind of like George Corpse Grinder. Because I like took a picture, I was like, yeah, that slab-like weird creature, like a shadowy fucking thing. So that's the outline of him is George Corpse Grinder. Then I just drew a dude with a broken face. Like all of Deathbot, like when I say they're ugly, I just mean they're normal looking. They're not like models. The only one that's kind of model-esque is Pickles. Like he's got a comb over, but if you shave his face and give him like a regular haircut, he looks like Brad Pitt. He's like actually the only quote-unquote like symmetrical, like geometrically, everything's perfect. Everyone else, I guess Squiscar, he's the only one that I drew the upper lip because that instantly makes you look like a shitty like. And instantly like you're above everyone if you just all it is just the upper lip is. Yeah, fuck you, Cam. That's Squiscar, not me. Just get away with it by saying that. It's just a Squiscar. Joke. It is a joke. Don't throw the camera. I mean, that would fuck my face. I realize that. I would look like Murderface. So yeah, I just tried to draw really ugly babies, like death metal dudes all crybaby, like no one's looking at me. And also like all the band photos that I saw, including mostly like unknown death metal bands. It's always like 5 dudes. Like one guy has a weird like leather vest, and they all have long hair, and they're all like trying to look really tough, but they're like outside of the 7-Eleven, or they're like, I'm near an abandoned factory. Like, why is that scary? Oh, the town that you live in is failing. Everything's shitty around you. Look, behind you. Yeah, abandoned railroad. Yeah, the trains don't come through your town anymore. It's fucked up. That's not like brutal. It's brutal, like horrible, sad. Not like, bloody, we're powerful. No, it's lame. So anyway, it's like that's the kind of fun aspect of metal apocalypse that we all had fun with. And we also love death metal. So that was one of those things that a lot of the death, or just even metal bands, didn't want to be part of our show when we were first making it. So I designed the characters and made 2 music videos. And none of them are online. I might put them online eventually. One is just like the Death Clock theme song. And then the other one is Kill You, which is from the first album. It was like an unreleased track, but it was an early version, so Death Clock didn't really have its sound yet, so Brendan sang it kind of like Queen, but it's like a pop song, if you can imagine, if anybody knows the song Kill You. It feels like a song for the ladies, and I just, the cartoon, oh, is that my phone? I'm a fucking piece of shit. Hey, I'm at a panel, Holly. I'll call you back. Say hey, I say hey to Holly. I'll talk to you later.
That's great.
That's my girlfriend. I'm a fucking asshole because I can't turn my phone off. Where's Phony? See? I just got jacked. You should have been like, you should have taken that chance. I'm saying, fuck you.
I have my phone on.
Now it's too late. I just told you to say.
I have my phone on. I'll be sure to answer while this panel's going on.
Yes, please do. So what was I talking about?
Deathlock.
Kill You. So anyway, did that video, and I was looking for it recently. I was like, I should just throw that online, but I can't. I don't know where it is. So somebody has it somewhere. But it's like an upside down owl, like just coming towards you with Brendan's face, just his mouth singing the lyrics, and then like occasional shots of him playing. So Adult Swim bought it, and then we had to wait like 6 months for the contracts to come through. So they announced it at San Diego Con. And then we got an order of 20 episodes, which was awesome. They don't do that anymore. Now they just make 1 episode and then have you vote against it with like 8 other shows online. That's how Adult Swim does a lot of their shows now. Where they order a pilot and they're like, we ordered too many pilots. Let the weird children decide who are online at this point in time. So it's like, most people don't even know that there's like, oh, you mean I could vote? So it's like 4 or 5 people vote for a show. And then the one that's really good gets destroyed. A shitty show. It's like,
that explains a lot.
That's how it works. Yes. And they also do a regular just renewals of shows and pickup shows. But that to me is always very interesting and weird. So anyway, we did 20 episodes. The metal community was not that into it. They thought we were making fun of them. They got all real crybaby about it. Fuck you. It's like, actually, you don't even know what we're making. We're making a shitty, if you want to come over, we'll show you a script. We're making fun of everything. Celebrities, of being popular, of being rich. But anyway, once the show, we got like a bunch of people did step forward, like King Diamond and the guys from Metallica. They were cool about it. They were like, yeah, man, can't wait to do that shit. They were awesome. So once the first season came out and most of the metalheads saw that it was like actually a fun show that was kind of embracing death metal and metal in general, then everybody wanted to do the show. So it became, that's why in the second season you'll see a ton more like death metal bands are all sprinkled through the show. And even if you can't act, it was easy. We would just be like, now you're getting murdered, scream. They'd be like, ah! And then we'd be like, no, scream louder. Ah! We'd rip their throats out in the sound booth. Or we'd have them play like Dunkin' Donuts guys, like, how much would you like another sandwich? Like easy shit that you can't fuck up. Like most people are like, voiceover must be easy, but then they freeze up in front of a mic and other people staring at them. Like, now do your line. Yeah, they just freeze up. Because I always hear people like, man, I want to get into voiceover. It's just, my friends tell me I can do voices and I'm really funny, and it's like, number one, you got to do it yourself. Or I'm not going to give you a job. Which you have to just you have to make a voiceover reel. You got to put it online and contact voiceover directors is what they're called. They're all over, most of them are in Hollywood or in New York, but send them your info, and then they'll have you read for different jobs. Start out in commercials first. That's my quick voiceover tip for you guys. If anybody wants to be a voiceover artist. But it's weird. I actually did a voiceover seminar. I'm going to tangent, so if I haven't already, been tangent. I did a voiceover seminar like about 2 months ago at Iowa West in Hollywood, and they were doing like a month long, a bunch of different seminars, and I hadn't really done a bunch of seminars yet. And I was like, they asked me to do it, and I was like, yeah, I'll do one. So it had about like 20 people, and at the beginning of the seminar, I was like, all right, look, I'm just gonna straight up tell you, if you want to like be your own cartoon character, like you're like, I have an idea, I'm the superhero, and it's me. It looks just like me, and the cartoon's about me, but I have powers. That's right. I was like, I can't help you. This is for like professional, like if you want to get a job, as a commercial artist or as a TV artist or